Hello, and welcome. Welcome to this quiet space, this sanctuary carved out just for you, away from the noise and the hurry of the world outside. Find your comfortable place now. Let your body settle. Feel the weight of it, grounding you, holding you. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you release it, let go of the day. Let its edges soften and blur. Breathe in again, drawing in peace, and breathe out, releasing all that you no longer need to carry. Tonight, we are going on a journey, not a journey of great speed or frantic action, but one of quiet discovery. A journey that begins, as so many wonderful stories do, in a place filled with the echoes of the past. Imagine, if you will, a small, winding street in a city you've never known, yet feels strangely familiar. The cobblestones are slick with a recent rain, reflecting the warm golden light from the windows of cozy little shops. The air smells of damp earth, baking bread from a nearby bakery, and something else. Something old and wonderful, the scent of paper and time. You find yourself drawn to a bookstore tucked between a tailor and a flower shop. It doesn't have a bright, flashy sign. Just a simple, hand-painted wooden board that reads, "The Dusty Compass." The window display isn't filled with bestsellers, but with curious artifacts, a brass astrolabe, a stack of leather-bound journals, and a single perfect fossil of a fern. You push open the heavy oak door, and a small bell chimes a gentle, melodic welcome. The air inside is thick with the scent of aging paper, leather, and beeswax. Towers of books rise up towards the high, shadowed ceiling, creating narrow canyons to explore. Dust motes dance like tiny fairies in the shafts of light, slanting down from a high, arched window. The only sound is the gentle rustle of pages as the elderly shopkeeper, a man with spectacles perched on the end of his nose, turns a page in a colossal tome. You are not looking for anything in particular. You are simply browsing, letting your fingers trail along the spines of books, feeling the different textures of cloth and leather. You wander deeper into the labyrinth of shelves, towards the back of the shop where the forgotten books live. Here, the air is even stiller, the silence more profound. It's in this quiet corner, tucked away on a low shelf behind a row of encyclopedias, that you see it. It's not a book, but a small, cylindrical case made of dark, polished wood. It feels cool and smooth to the touch. There is no lock, just a small, almost invisible seam. With a gentle twist, the case opens with a soft sigh of released air. Inside, nestled on a bed of faded velvet, is a map. But it is unlike any map you have ever seen. It is not drawn on paper or parchment, but on a material that feels like cool, spun silk. And the lines upon it, they are not drawn in ink. They seem to be made of captured starlight, pulsing with a soft, gentle, silver blue light. It's a faint glow, but it's unmistakable. The map shows no continents or oceans you recognize. It depicts a cluster of islands floating in an endless inky expanse. And in the very center, one island is marked with a symbol, a spiraling constellation you've never seen in any astronomy book. Beneath it, in elegant, silver script, are two words: Celestria, the weaver's loom. As your fingers hover over the glowing surface, a strange warmth spreads from the map into your hand. It's a feeling of peace, of homecoming, a gentle, unspoken invitation. The light from the map seems to pulse a little brighter, a little stronger, as if in response to your touch. The old shopkeeper appears silently by your side, his eyes twinkling behind his glasses. He doesn't seem surprised. "Ah," he says, his voice a low, gentle rumble like distant thunder. "It seems it has chosen you. Some maps, you see, don't show you a place to go. They show you a place you need to be." He doesn't ask for payment. He simply nods, a quiet smile on his lips, and gestures for you to take it. "The journey begins when you are ready to close your eyes," he whispers. "The path is not found with your feet, but with your breath." And so, you leave the little shop, the strange, glowing map held carefully in your hands. The rain has stopped, and the stars are beginning to appear in the darkening sky, like scattered diamonds on deep blue velvet. You return to your quiet space, to this very room. You lie down, feeling the comfort of your bed, the softness of your pillow. The world outside fades away, and the only thing that matters is the gentle, pulsing light of the map you hold in your mind's eye. Let us follow it now. Let us take the first step on the path to Celestria. The shopkeeper's words echo in your mind. The path is not found with your feet, but with your breath. So let us begin there, with a slow, steady breath. Inhale, and imagine you are breathing in the soft, silvery light of the stars. Feel it fill your lungs, cool and calming. Exhale, and feel your body growing heavier, sinking deeper into a state of perfect rest. Breathe in the starlight, and breathe out the last remnants of your day. With each breath, the map in your mind becomes a little clearer. The inky expanse it depicts is not a sea of water, but the endless, peaceful void of a dream sky. The islands are not made of rock and soil, but of solidified clouds and crystallized moonlight. You are not sailing a ship, but navigating on the gentle currents of your own breathing. Each inhale lifts you, carries you gently upwards. Each exhale lets you drift peacefully forward. Inhale and float. Exhale and drift. There is no effort required, no struggle. You are simply letting go, allowing yourself to be carried on this silent, stellar tide. The air around you is cool and clean, carrying the faintest scent of night-blooming jasmine and distant, sleeping worlds. Below you, the world you know shrinks away, its lights and sounds becoming a distant, forgotten memory. Above you, the stars are no longer sharp, distant points of light. They are soft, glowing orbs of silver, gold, and sapphire, hanging in the sky like celestial fruit. They hum with a low, beautiful music, a symphony of pure peace that resonates deep within your bones. This is the passage to Celestria, a journey made of stillness and starlight. As you drift, you begin to see them, the floating islands, just as the map depicted, great, sleeping landmasses suspended in the quiet dark. Some are small, like little stepping stones of dark, velvety moss. Others are vast, with gentle, rolling hills of what looks like spun sugar, and forests of trees with leaves of shimmering, translucent crystal that chime softly when the stellar winds blow. Waterfalls of pure moonlight cascade from their edges, falling in a slow, silent, sparkling spray into the peaceful void below, dissolving into motes of light before they can ever land. You drift past an island where glowing, ethereal flowers bloom and fade in a slow, rhythmic pulse, their petals opening to release a soft, calming light, then closing again in a gentle, sleepy rhythm. Inhale, they open. Exhale, they close. A garden breathing in time with you. You feel no fear, no anxiety, only a profound sense of wonder and a deep, unshakable calm. You are exactly where you are meant to be, drifting, floating, on your way to the heart of this magical place. The central island, Celestria, is now coming into view. It is the largest of them all, a majestic, floating continent of soft, pearlescent cloud. At its center, a soft, warm light emanates, a gentle beacon in the dream sky. It is the light of the weaver's loom, the source of the starlight that fills this place. Your journey is almost at its end. Your breathing is slow and even. Your body is heavy and relaxed. You are ready, ready to arrive, ready to rest. As you drift closer, the details of Celestria become clearer. The ground is not solid, but soft and yielding, like a bed of the finest, coolest moss. Strange, beautiful plants grow here, their leaves a deep, velvety indigo, their flowers the color of dawn. And in the center of the island, you see it, a small, humble cottage, woven not from wood or stone, but from moonlight and shadows. And from its open doorway, the warm, golden light spills out, beckoning you closer. You have arrived. You are at the home of the Starlight Weaver. And here, in this place of perfect peace, your true rest can begin. You stand at the threshold, bathed in the warm golden light that spills from the cottage doorway. It feels like the light of a perfect, lazy afternoon, even here in the heart of this starry night. You take a gentle step forward, crossing from the cool, mossy ground of Celestria into the sanctuary of the weaver's home. The inside of the cottage is larger than it seemed from the outside. A single, circular room that is both simple and profoundly complex. The walls, woven from threads of pure moonlight and shadow, do not feel solid. They seem to breathe, to pulse with the same gentle rhythm as the glowing flowers you saw earlier. The air is warm and smells of chamomile, dried lavender, and the clean, crisp scent of a cool night breeze all mingled together. It's the scent of deep, untroubled sleep. There is no clutter here, only beautiful, simple things. A low, comfortable-looking chair carved from a single piece of silvery, smooth wood. A small table on which sits a clay cup, still steaming gently, and in the very center of the room, dominating the space, is the source of the golden light. The loom. It is a magnificent creation, taller than a person and wider than your outstretched arms. It is crafted from the same polished, silvery dreamwood as the chair. But this wood seems alive. It drinks in the ambient starlight of the dream sky and radiates it back as this warm, golden, honey-like glow. It hums, a low, resonant, and deeply calming frequency that you feel more than you hear. It is the sound of the universe in perfect harmony, the sound of creation itself. And then you see him, the Starlight Weaver. He is standing beside his loom, his back to you, his hands gently tending to the threads. He is timeless. He could be ancient. He could be young. His form is slender, dressed in simple robes the color of the deep indigo sky. His movements are slow, graceful, and deliberate, like a dancer in a slow-motion dream. He moves with a purpose that is utterly unhurried. He turns, and you see his face. It is kind, impossibly kind. His features are gentle, and his eyes hold the light of 1,000 distant galaxies. They sparkle with a quiet wisdom and a deep, profound peace. He does not look at you with surprise. He looks at you as if he has been expecting you all along. He does not speak with his voice. There is no need for sound to travel in this place of pure thought and feeling. Instead, his greeting blossoms directly in your mind, a feeling of warm welcome, of being seen, understood, and accepted completely. Be at peace, the thought feels like. You have traveled far. You are weary. Come, rest. He gestures with a slow sweep of his hand towards the comfortable-looking chair. As you move towards it, you feel your body growing heavier still. A pleasant, warm heaviness that settles in your limbs, in your shoulders, in your back. The chair, as you sink into it, seems to mold itself perfectly to your form, supporting you in all the right places. It is more comfortable than any chair you have ever known. From this vantage point, you can see the loom more clearly. It is mostly bare, with only a few foundational threads stretched across its frame. The weaver is preparing to create something new, a new tapestry, a new dream. He turns back to his work, his attention completely absorbed, yet you know he is doing this for you. His every movement is a part of the story, a part of your journey into sleep. Watch now. Watch the weaver as he begins his gentle work. He raises his hands towards the open doorway, which frames the beautiful, star-dusted dream sky like a living painting. He reaches not with his fingers, but with his will. And, in response, the universe offers its gifts. A single, shimmering thread of pure, silver starlight detaches itself from a distant constellation and drifts slowly, lazily, through the doorway. It coils and dances in the air, a ribbon of liquid light, before coming to rest gently in the weaver's outstretched palms. He handles it with the utmost care. This is the thread of peace. He lays it carefully aside, where it pools on the floor like liquid mercury, glowing softly. He reaches out again. This time, a thicker, warmer thread of soft golden light drifts in from a nearby nebula. It feels like the warmth of the sun on your skin, the comfort of a fireplace on a cold winter's night. This is the thread of warmth. He places it beside the silver thread. A third time, he calls. From the deepest, darkest, most peaceful corner of the void, a thread of rich, velvety indigo floats towards him. It is the color of deep space, the color of the moment just before sleep takes hold. It is cool to the eye, and it promises stillness and depth. This is the thread of tranquility. He continues this slow, patient harvest. A thin, pale green thread, smelling of moss and fresh rain, for dreams of nature. A soft, rosy pink thread, humming with gentle affection, for dreams of kindness. A shimmering, pearlescent thread, holding all the colors of a soap bubble, for dreams of wonder. He gathers these threads of light, these raw materials of slumber, and arranges them beside his loom. Each one pulses with its own gentle energy, its own unique promise of rest. The air in the room is now thick with these calming energies. Breathing it in, you feel your own mind becoming still, your own thoughts becoming slow and soft. Breathe in the silver light of peace, and as you breathe out, Feel a wave of peace wash over you, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Breathe in the golden light of warmth, and feel your body become heavy, comfortable, and warm, as if wrapped in the softest blanket. Breathe in the indigo light of tranquility, and feel your mind begin to quieten, the thoughts of the day dissolving into the deep, dark stillness. The weaver now takes the first thread, the silver thread of peace. With a movement that is infinitely gentle, he ties it to one side of the loom. He walks, unhurried, to the other side, letting the thread unspool behind him, a shimmering line of pure serenity. He secures it. The first thread of your tapestry is in place. It emits a soft, single, beautiful note, like a harp string plucked by a ghost. Pingig. He returns for the golden thread of warmth. He repeats the process, tying it gently, walking slowly across the frame, securing it beside the first. A second, deeper note joins the first, creating a harmony. Du'un. One by one, he stretches the threads of light across the vast frame of the loom. These are the warp threads, the very foundation of your coming rest. The silver thread of peace. Pingig. The golden thread of warmth. Du'un. The indigo thread of tranquility. Vam. The green thread of nature. Fi'inen. The pink thread of kindness. Siya Dabalia, the pearlescent thread of wonder. Shein. Over and over, he repeats the process. He gathers more threads from the stars, his movements always the same. Slow, patient, graceful. Each movement is a lullaby. Each new thread adds another layer of peace, another note to the symphony of slumber that is filling the room. The process is hypnotic. The repetition is deeply soothing. There is nothing to do but watch, nothing to do but listen, nothing to do but breathe. He gathers a silver thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. A soft chime fills the air. He gathers a golden thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. A deep hum resonates in your chest. He gathers an indigo thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. The silence deepens around you. Your eyelids are feeling heavy now. So very heavy. It feels good to close them. You don't need to see with your eyes anymore. You can see the weaver and his loom perfectly in your mind. You can see the threads of light shimmering in the soft darkness behind your eyes. You are safe here. You are comfortable. All you need to do is rest. All you need to do is listen to the gentle music of the loom and the sound of your own slow, steady breathing. Inhale and float. Exhale and drift deeper. The weaver now holds a shuttle, a smooth, boat-shaped piece of dreamwood. He selects the first weft thread, another silver thread of peace. He is ready to begin the weaving, ready to begin creating the very fabric of your deep, restful sleep. The shuttle passes through the warp threads with a soft, whispering sound. Shh! Like the wind through pine trees or a gentle wave receding from a sandy shore. The real magic is about to begin. The fabric of your rest, woven just for you. The weaver holds the shuttle, smooth and cool, in his timeless hands. He draws your attention, without a single word, to the gentle rhythm of his work. This rhythm is all that matters now. Let it become the rhythm of your breathing. Let it become the rhythm of your heart. He lifts the shuttle, holding the silver thread of peace. He guides it through the vertical threads on the loom. It passes from right to left with a soft, drawn-out whisper, a sound like a gentle breeze through tall, sleeping grass. Shh, shh. The silver thread unspools, leaving a shimmering trail in its wake. The weaver's hands move with an unhurried grace. At the other side, he gently pushes a wooden bar, and the loom responds with a soft, muffled, satisfying sound, a sound of something falling perfectly into place. Thump, and a single silver line now stretches across the very bottom of the tapestry, the first thread of your deep, unbroken sleep. He guides the shuttle back again, from left to right. Another soft whisper, shh, shh. Another gentle, muffled beat as the thread is locked in place. Thump. Your eyelids are so heavy now. Let them be closed. They deserve this rest. The images will be clearer in your mind, softer, gentler. The shuttle glides again, carrying the golden thread of warmth. It whispers its way across the loom. Shh, shh. The golden light trails behind it, weaving itself into the silver threads of peace. The loom secures it with that same soft, reassuring beat. Thump, and on the growing tapestry, a picture begins to form. Not a sharp, clear picture, but a soft, impressionistic one. The silver threads create the image of a perfectly still lake, its surface like a flawless mirror. The golden thread creates the reflection of a warm, gentle sun, just beginning to set upon the water. A scene of perfect, warm tranquility. You can feel that warmth spreading through you now. A gentle golden warmth that starts in your chest and radiates outwards, down through your stomach, along your arms, and down your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. Every muscle, every fiber of your being, soaking in this gentle golden warmth. He gathers these threads of light, these raw materials of slumber, and arranges them beside his loom. Each one pulses with its own gentle energy, its own unique promise of rest. The air in the room is now thick with these calming energies. Breathing it in, you feel your own mind becoming still, your own thoughts becoming slow and soft. Breathe in the silver light of peace, and as you breathe out, feel a wave of peace wash over you, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Breathe in the golden light of warmth, and feel your body become heavy, comfortable, and warm, as if wrapped in the softest blanket. Breathe in the indigo light of tranquility, and feel your mind begin to quieten, the thoughts of the day dissolving into the deep, dark stillness. The weaver now takes the first thread, the silver thread of peace. With a movement that is infinitely gentle, he ties it to one side of the loom. He walks, unhurried, to the other side, letting the thread unspool behind him. A shimmering line of pure serenity. He secures it. The first thread of your tapestry is in place. It emits a soft, single, beautiful note, like a harp string plucked by a ghost. Ping! He returns for the golden thread of warmth. He repeats the process, tying it gently, walking slowly across the frame, securing it beside the first. A second, deeper note joins the first, creating a harmony. Do one by one, he stretches the threads of light across the vast frame of the loom. These are the warp threads, the very foundation of your coming rest. The silver thread of peace. Ping! the golden thread of warmth. Duan, the indigo thread of tranquility. Vum, the green thread of nature. Fien, the pink thread of kindness. Cn, the pearlescent thread of wonder. Xiyin, over and over, he repeats the process. He gathers more threads from the stars, his movements always the same. Slow, patient, graceful. Each movement is a lullaby. Each new thread adds another layer of peace, another note to the symphony of slumber that is filling the room. The process is hypnotic. The repetition is deeply soothing. There is nothing to do but watch. Nothing to do but listen. Nothing to do but breathe. He gathers a silver thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. A soft chime fills the air. He gathers a golden thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. A deep hum resonates in your chest. He gathers an indigo thread. He ties it. He walks. He secures it. The silence deepens around you. Your eyelids are feeling heavy now. So very heavy. It feels good to close them. You don't need to see with your eyes anymore. You can see the weaver and his loom perfectly in your mind. You can see the threads of light shimmering in the soft darkness behind your eyes. You are safe here. You are comfortable. All you need to do is rest. All you need to do is listen to the gentle music of the loom and the sound of your own slow, steady breathing. Inhale and float. Exhale and drift deeper. The weaver now holds a shuttle, a smooth, boat-shaped piece of dreamwood. He selects the first weft thread, another silver thread of peace. He is ready to begin the weaving, ready to begin creating the very fabric of your deep, restful sleep. The shuttle passes through the warp threads with a soft, whispering sound. Shh, like the wind through pine trees, or a gentle wave receding from a sandy shore. The real magic is about to begin. The fabric of your rest, woven just for you. The weaver holds the shuttle, smooth and cool, in his timeless hands. He draws your attention, without a single word, to the gentle rhythm of his work. This rhythm is all that matters now. Let it become the rhythm of your breathing. Let it become the rhythm of your heart. The weaver continues his work. His movements are always the same. His focus is absolute. He takes the indigo thread of tranquility. The shuttle whispers. Shah. The deep velvety blue weaves itself into the gold and silver. The loom answers. Thump. The picture on the tapestry deepens. The still lake now reflects a darkening sky, the deep, beautiful indigo of twilight. A sky without a single cloud, a sky of infinite depth and stillness. Your mind feels as calm and as clear as that twilight sky, empty of thoughts, full of peace. The rhythm continues. It is the only thing in the universe now. A whisper. Shah. A beat. Thump. A feeling of peace, growing deeper. A whisper. Shah. A beat. Thump. A feeling of warmth, spreading further. A whisper. Shah. A beat. Thump. A feeling of tranquility, becoming absolute. Breathe in as the shuttle glides. Breathe out as the thread finds its home. Your breath and the loom are working together now, weaving this blanket of sleep that will cover you. The weaver chooses another thread, the pale, soft green of nature. He draws it into his shuttle. The shuttle glides, a soft and airy whisper. Shuh! The loom responds with its gentle, muffled heartbeat. Thump! And on the shore of the still lake, a forest of tall, silent trees begins to appear. Their leaves are the color of soft moss. Their trunks are strong and steady. It is a silent, ancient forest, and you are standing within it, feeling the cool, soft moss under your feet. The air is clean and smells of pine and damp earth. You are sheltered here. You are safe. Another pass of the shuttle. Shuh! Another gentle beat. Thump! More trees appear on the tapestry. A forest so deep and so peaceful, no sound can disturb it. No worry can enter. It is a place of pure, natural, quiet rest. Your body is so heavy now, so heavy and so very comfortable, sinking gently into the surface beneath you, sinking into this peaceful forest, sinking into deep, deep rest. Let your mind drift. Let it follow the shuttle back and forth, back and forth. There is nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. The shuttle whispers. Shuh! The loom beats softly. Thump! He is using the silver thread of peace again, and as he weaves it through the branches of the silent trees, it creates a new image, a gentle, silvery mist, rising from the forest floor. A cool, soft, cleansing mist that swirls around the base of the trees. It carries away any remaining tension, any lingering thoughts. Feel that cool, cleansing mist swirling around your ankles. Feel it rise up your legs, soothing every muscle it touches. Cool, calm, and so very peaceful. The shuttle whispers. Shuh! The loom beats. Thump! The tapestry is growing. It is a masterpiece of rest, a perfect composition of all the elements of sleep. A still lake, a setting sun, a twilight sky, a silent forest, a cleansing mist, all woven together in perfect harmony. The weaver's movements never falter. They are slow, steady, and predictable. This predictability is so deeply reassuring. You know what is coming next. A whisper, and then a beat. And with each beat, you drift a little deeper. Let go now. Let go completely. There is no need to hold on any longer. The weaver is here, watching over you. The loom is here, creating your rest. The tapestry is here, wrapping you in its peaceful scene. Allow yourself to drift on the sounds. Shuh! Thump! Shuh! Thump! Deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Floating now in that gentle space between wakefulness and dream. It is a beautiful place to be, a place of warmth and peace and utter tranquility. The tapestry is almost complete. The weaver has woven a world for you, a world of safety. He makes a few final passes with the shuttle, using a thread of pure, shimmering moonlight. This thread seals the edges of the tapestry, locking in all the peace, all the warmth, all the tranquility. Shuh! Thump! The final thread is in place. The loom falls silent. The gentle chiming and humming fades, leaving only a profound, deep, and comfortable silence. The tapestry is finished. It hangs on the loom, glowing with a soft internal light. It depicts the most peaceful landscape imaginable, a perfect place to rest. The weaver does not take the tapestry off the loom. It is not a blanket for your body. It is a landscape for your mind. It is a place you can now visit whenever you wish. He turns to you, and his kind, starlit eyes are full of a gentle satisfaction. He gives a slow, single nod. His work is done. Your journey into rest is complete. He gestures towards the comfortable chair you are sitting in. The chair seems to embrace you even more, to become even softer, even more supportive. You feel yourself sinking into it, as if it were a cloud. The weaver quietly moves to the side of the room, his form beginning to blur, to fade into the gentle shadows of his moon-woven cottage. He is giving you space, giving you the peace you came here for. The only thing left in your awareness is the beautiful, glowing tapestry and the deep, comfortable silence of the room. Let your mind step into the tapestry. Feel the soft, cool moss of the forest floor beneath your feet. Smell the clean, damp air. See the gentle, golden light of the setting sun reflecting on the perfectly still indigo lake. Find a comfortable spot at the base of a tall, silent tree. Lie down in the soft grass. The ground is comfortable, supportive. You are inside the world of peace. You are safe. You are home. There is nothing left to do, nothing at all, only to rest, to allow the stillness of the lake to become your stillness, to allow the silence of the forest to become your silence, to allow the warmth of the setting sun to become your warmth. Let go. Drift away now, into the peace of the tapestry, into the deep, restorative, dreamless sleep that you so richly deserve. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. The Starlight Weaver has made it so. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Now, as you rest in this perfect woven peace, let the story continue to unfold, not as a narrative to follow, but as a gentle ambient soundscape for your deepening slumber. The details will become a soft murmur, a gentle current carrying you further out into the ocean of sleep. The weaver, though faded from view, has not left. His presence is a quiet, reassuring warmth at the edge of your awareness. He now tends to his cottage, his movements slow and silent, creating a symphony of soft, sleep-inducing sounds. You hear the gentle clink of the clay cup being placed softly on a wooden saucer, a sound of quiet completion. Clink. He moves to the open doorway and pulls a heavy, velvet curtain across it. The curtain is the color of the deepest midnight, and as it slides shut, the room darkens, becoming a cozy, safe cocoon. The sound is a soft, drawn-out rustle. Swoosh. The last of the direct starlight from the dream sky is now muted, leaving only the gentle, internal glow of the loom and the finished tapestry. The light in the room is now dim, warm, and perfect for sleep. He moves to the small fireplace, which you hadn't noticed before. It is not burning with bright, crackling flames. Instead, it holds a single, large, magical ember that pulses with a slow, steady, deep red glow. It radiates a gentle, consistent warmth without any smoke or crackling sound. The weaver gently adjusts the ember with a wooden poker. The sound is a soft, single scrape. Scrape. And a quiet sigh as the ember settles. Fumph. These are the sounds of safety, the sounds of a home being settled for the night. Each sound is a gentle reminder that you are cared for, that you are protected. He now takes a small wooden flute from a peg on the wall. He does not play a complex melody. He plays a single, long, low note, a note that hangs in the air, vibrating with a peaceful, resonant frequency. It is a note that speaks of ancient things, of deep stillness, of the quiet turning of the cosmos. Hoo-hoo. The note fades slowly, beautifully, into the silence, and its echo seems to clean the very air in the room, leaving it pure and still. Your breathing is so deep and regular now. Your body is completely at rest, a vessel of warm, heavy peace. Your mind is a calm, quiet sea. You are drifting, drifting, on the very edge of sleep. Let these gentle sounds be your final anchor. The soft clink of the cup, the rustle of the curtain, the scrape and sigh of the warm ember, the long, low, peaceful note of the flute. They are all for you. They are all whispers saying the same thing. Rest now. Let go. It is safe to sleep. The weaver's cottage is now a perfect sanctuary of slumber. The loom is quiet, its work complete. The tapestry glows with a soft, steady light, a silent guardian of your peace. The room is warm, dim, and filled with a profound silence. You are no longer just in the chair. You are no longer just in the tapestry. You have become one with the peace of this place. Your consciousness is a soft, glowing thread, woven into the very fabric of this magical world. You are a part of the stillness. You are a part of the warmth. You are a part of the deep, dreamless rest. There are no more words to follow, no more images to see. There is only the feeling of sinking into a bed of the softest clouds, sinking into an ocean of the deepest, most peaceful blue. Let the last of your awareness dissolve now, like a single snowflake landing on a warm hand. Let it melt away into the vast, beautiful, empty space of deep sleep. Drift, float, sink. Sleep now. The universe is holding you. The weaver has tucked you in. All is well. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The world of the Starlight Weaver continues to breathe around you, a gentle, living environment for your sleep. You are so deep now, so wonderfully far away, that the story is no longer something you listen to. It is the very air you are breathing in this dream. Let's linger here, in this perfect peace, and explore the subtle textures of this woven world. Imagine your awareness, now a tiny, weightless point of light, drifting away from the silent forest and the still lake, and floating gently upwards, back towards the floating island of Celestria. You drift over the soft, mossy ground, which seems to sigh with contentment under your passing. You float over the glowing flowers, their petals still opening and closing in a slow, silent, rhythmic pulse, a garden breathing in perfect time with the cosmos. You drift higher, above the roof of the weaver's cottage. From here, you can see the entire island of Celestria, a peaceful, floating kingdom of rest. You see the gentle, rolling hills of what looks like spun sugar, glittering softly in the starlight. You see the forests of crystal trees, their translucent leaves chiming with a music so subtle it is almost imperceptible. This entire world was created for rest. Every element is designed to soothe, to calm, to reassure. You continue to drift higher, leaving the island of Celestria behind, until you are once again suspended in the vast, peaceful void of the dream sky. But this time, you are not a traveler on a journey. You are a resident of this place. You belong here. You float in the endless, warm, indigo space. The great, soft orbs of the stars drift slowly around you. They are no longer distant. You could reach out and touch them. Imagine reaching out and touching a star. It is not hot. It feels like a smooth, warm, vibrating stone. It hums with a gentle, loving energy. You feel its peaceful vibration flow into your hand, up your arm, and spread throughout your entire body. A cosmic massage, soothing you at a cellular level. You let go and drift towards another star. This one a soft, sapphire blue. You touch it, and a feeling of deep, clear tranquility washes over you. A feeling of all questions being answered, of all complexities being made simple. You are floating in an ocean of peace, an ocean of warmth, an ocean of wisdom. There are no thoughts here. There are no worries. There is no time. There is only this perfect, eternal, peaceful moment. Your body, back in your room, is in a state of profound rest. It is completely still, completely relaxed. It is healing. It is regenerating. It is doing the deep, important work that can only be done in this state of deep delta wave sleep. You have given it this gift by bringing your mind to this place of perfect peace. Let your consciousness continue to drift. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to direct. You are as free as a mote of dust in a sunbeam, as a single seed on the wind. You are pure awareness, floating in a universe of pure peace. The low, gentle hum of the cosmos is your lullaby. The soft, ambient light of the nebulae is your nightlight. The gentle, gravitational pull of sleeping galaxies is the hand that rocks your cradle. You are infinitely safe, infinitely cared for, infinitely at peace. Allow yourself to dissolve even further. Let the boundary between you and this peaceful space blur and then disappear completely. You are not floating in the dream sky. You are the dream sky. You are not looking at the stars. You are the stars. You are vast. You are silent. You are eternal. You are sleep itself. And in this state, you will remain for as long as you need, drifting, dreaming, resting, restoring, until the gentle light of a new day calls you back, refreshed, renewed, and whole. But for now, there is only this deep, profound, and beautiful rest. Sleep well, sleep deeply. The universe is dreaming you. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The final echoes of the story now fade into a deep and resonant silence. A silence that is not empty, but full of potential. It is the silence of the blank page before the poem is written, the silence of the dark earth before the seed sprouts. It is the silence of pure, restorative sleep. Your mind has been guided to the very heart of tranquility, and now it is time to simply let it be. There are no more words to guide you, no more images to imagine. The journey is complete. You have arrived. The only thing that remains is the gentle, automatic, and effortless rhythm of your own breathing. Notice it, just for a moment. Feel the soft, cool air entering your nostrils. Feel the gentle rise of your chest and abdomen, and feel the warm, complete release of the out-breath. This breath is your anchor to this state of deep peace. It will continue, all on its own, throughout the night, a steady, faithful companion, rocking you gently in the cradle of sleep. Each breath in draws you a little deeper into comfort. Each breath out releases you a little further into stillness. There is no effort, no need to control it. Your body knows exactly what to do. It is a perfect, self-regulating system of rest. Trust it. Let it do its work. The world of the Starlight Weaver, the world of Celestria, is now a permanent part of your inner landscape. It is a place within you that you can access whenever you need it. The memory of the glowing map, the floating islands, the kind weaver, and his magical loom are all stored safely in the quiet library of your mind. Tonight, you may drift through the landscapes he wove for you. You may walk in the silent, mossy forest. You may float on the still, indigo lake. Or you may simply rest in a deep, dreamless, black velvet sleep. Whatever your mind needs for its perfect restoration, it will find. You have given it the perfect conditions. You have given it the gift of your time, your attention, and your intention to rest. And that is all that was ever needed. So now, let go of this voice. Let go of this guidance. Let go of everything. Float in the deep, warm, silent ocean of your own consciousness. You're safe. You're peaceful. You're asleep. Good night. Sleep well. Sleep.